Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about the safest way to stretch the muscles in your neck, and it is not grabbing your head and pulling. My name is Roxanne Meldrum and I'm a physical therapist with PT Health Academy. If the muscles in your neck are feeling tight and you'd like to give them a stretch, I would suggest that you not do the common stretch where you pull on your head. The reason is when you do that, you are definitely lengthening the muscle and creating a stretch, but you're also doing some nasty things to the joints in your neck. Let me show you with my skeleton here. If I tip this skeleton to the side to stretch the muscles on this side, you can see that I am compressing the joints on this side to a fair amount, especially if I grab the head and pull. So these joints are going to go through a lot of compression and load, and that can be really irritating to the structures in those joints. On the opposite side, as I'm pulling to create the stretch in the muscle, I am also creating a lot of pull and stretch in the structures of the joints on that side, including the ligaments, the outer layer of the disc, and even the nerve root, especially if it's irritated. And those structures, especially if they're part of your neck symptoms, are not going to like that stretch. So we want to protect the joint structures while lengthening and stretching the muscle. Let me show you how you can do that. So to get the most effective stretch of the muscles in your neck without irritating the joints, let's review our muscle anatomy a little bit. The neck muscles attach to the base of your skull and to the sides of the joints in your neck, and then insert into your collarbone and your shoulder blade. So instead of pulling from your head at the top of the muscle, I'm going to suggest that you do a pull through your shoulder and pull down at the opposite or the insertion part of the muscle. In order to get this effective stretch, you're going to pre-position your head into a slight stretch position. So if I want to stretch the right side of my neck, I'm going to tip to the left, I'm going to look down a bit, and then turn my head to the right. Now, once I'm in this position, I can already feel a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to grab the edge of the table, and then I'm going to pivot from my sternum to pull my shoulder down. What I don't want you to do is lean away. Leaning away actually creates a lot more pull on the nerve root, and that can give you numbness and tingling down your arm, which you do not want. We don't want to irritate that nerve root. So up tall, you're going to tip, look down, turn to the side you're trying to stretch, create a pre-positioned stretch, and then you're going to pivot from your sternum to lower that shoulder down away from your ear. If you want more stretch, you can try to manipulate the position of your head a little bit. So look down a little bit, you can turn right a little bit more, and you can really create that feeling where you want it to target in your neck. Great. When you stretch, remember you want to hold it for 20 or 30 seconds and repeat it 3 times, and you'll always stretch better if you're warmed up, either after your workout or after a hot shower. Again, if you feel any numbness or tingling down your arm though, reset, try the stretch again. You really don't want to pull on that nerve root and create symptoms going down your arm while you're doing this stretch. And finally, if you find that your stretching is not relieving the symptoms, I often hear people stretch and they get short-term relief, but those symptoms continue to come back, then stretching might not be the best strategy for you. It's often not just a muscle problem. For example, if you have a disc in your neck that's a little bit irritable, the muscles around it will guard and tense, and so they will feel tight, but they are really just protecting the disc. So you need to treat what's happening in the disc as opposed to just stretching the muscle. Another good example of this is I have many patients who are very hypermobile in their neck, so they have lots of extra motion, and that requires extra muscle strength to try to rein in some of that motion and keep your neck safe. So if there's weakness in your neck, then the muscles are working really hard to do a job that they're just not geared for, and they will get fatigued, and oftentimes that makes your neck feel tight. What you really need is strengthening, not necessarily a lot of stretching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really does help my small business grow. Thank you so much for listening.